I found the last piece of evidence at 1:17 a.m. A forged signature on a transfer I never approved. My inheritance. My name. My husband's crime. And when I heard his calm footsteps approaching from behind, I realized he knew I'd finally uncovered everything. My name is Maya Ellington, and my life used to be beautifully uneventful. I've always preferred quiet mornings, a warm cup of coffee, sunlight through the curtains, the kind of peace people forget to appreciate. I married Aaron because he felt like that peace. He was gentle, reliable, the kind of man who remembered small details. My favorite tea, the way I hated cold floors, the songs that calmed me down. I didn't grow up wealthy. My parents lived modestly. No vacations, no luxuries, just hard work and hope. So when my estranged aunt passed last year and left me a life-changing fortune, I didn't even know how to process it. Aaron promised to support me through the overwhelming paperwork. Promised he'd help me make smart decisions. Promised he wasn't interested in the money, that he only cared about us. I believed him. That was my first mistake. Things didn't fall apart overnight. It was too slow to notice at first. Aaron started waking up earlier than usual, slipping out of the bed before I stirred. He stayed up later too, sitting in the dim living room with his laptop angled away from me. He started keeping his phone on silent, face down, locked with a new password. When I asked why, he laughed lightly and said, "Work stuff you wouldn't want to see. Boring." But something about his smile felt off. It didn't reach his eyes. He began obsessing over my inheritance documents, always wanting updates, asking detailed questions. Too detailed. He told me I looked stressed. Told me I didn't understand how risky finances were. Told me he should handle the accounts because I was too emotional. That word stung, emotional. As if caring made me incapable. Then came the night that changed everything. I woke up at 2 a.m. to get water and heard a voice, a woman's voice, coming from the guest room. Unknown woman. Is she clueless? Aaron. She trusts me completely. That's the advantage. My breath caught. My stomach twisted. I stood frozen outside the door, barely breathing. Trust. Advantage. Plan. 3 words that made my heart sink. But when the door opened seconds later, I didn't find anyone else inside. Just Aaron holding his phone, startled to see me awake. Aaron. Why are you creeping around? He said it with a chuckle, but something about the laughter felt forced. I told myself I imagined the second voice. But deep down, something dark had begun to settle in my chest. 3 days later, my world shattered. Aaron left for a late-night work call, and for the first time ever, he forgot to close his laptop. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't paranoid. My hands just moved. My mind just needed clarity. What I found wasn't clarity. It was destruction. Documents were spread across the screen. Contracts, emails, scans of my signature. Signatures I never wrote. There were plans labeled Phase 1, Phase 2, Final Transfer. A spreadsheet titled, Post-Split Financial Strategy. A conversation between him and a woman saved under the initials EM. Aaron. Once the money hits, we disappear. Unknown woman. She won't suspect a thing? Aaron. She's predictable. She'll crumble. My lungs tightened. My heart hammered violently. Hands shaking, I scrolled further and found it. The transfer confirmation. For $0.8 million. Gone. Moved to an offshore account under Aaron's name. He had stolen nearly everything my aunt left me. Everything meant for my future. Everything meant to give me a better life. A floorboard creaked behind me. I turned slowly, eyes burning, breath shallow. Aaron stood in the hallway, arms crossed, a strange calmness in his expression. Almost relief, like he was tired of hiding. Aaron, you weren't supposed to see that yet. I choked on the words. You forged my signature? He didn't deny it. He didn't apologize. Instead he said, Aaron, I deserve that money more than you. I've carried you for years. I earned it. I backed away, tears blurring my sight. You planned to leave me. He stepped closer. With that money I finally could. His voice was cold, empty, cruel. And in that moment I realized I'd been married to a mask. I don't know how long we argued. Minutes. Hours. Time lost meaning. He called me dramatic. Accused me of snooping. Told me I forced his hand by being weak. When I threatened to call my attorney, he laughed. A low, mocking laugh that turned my stomach. He lunged for the laptop. I clutched it to my chest and backed away so fast I hit the counter behind me. For the first time, his eyes flashed with something dangerous. And for the first time, I realized I might not be safe in my own home. When he finally stormed out, slamming the door hard enough to rattle the frames, I moved fast. Very fast. I gathered every document, every screenshot, every message, every timestamp. I didn't cry, didn't shake, didn't doubt. Survival makes you cold, focused, sharp. I forwarded everything to my attorney. Her reply was immediate. Maya, this is serious. Secure what you can. Now. So I did. Froze all marital accounts, changed all passwords, contacted the bank fraud team, locked access to every digital asset, transferred the remaining inheritance into a protected trust. Then I made one more decision, one Aaron never expected. I told his family. His mother broke down. His sister apologized over and over. His brother cursed him loudly enough I had to hold the phone away. Aaron had ruined more than a marriage. He destroyed his entire foundation. When he returned at sunrise, everything in his posture had changed. The confidence was gone. The arrogance had evaporated. All that remained was fear. He stepped inside quietly, like someone entering a courtroom. Aaron. My baby, listen. I made a mistake. I didn't respond. Because lies deserve silence. Aaron. We can fix this. I'll put the money back. Just don't press charges. His voice cracked on that last sentence. It was the first genuine emotion I'd seen from him in months. But it wasn't regret. It was self-preservation. He wasn't afraid of losing me. He was afraid of losing everything he stole. I looked him in the eyes, really looked, and saw a stranger wearing my husband's face. Softly, firmly, I said the words that sealed our fate. I'm filing for divorce. And I'm pressing charges. His expression collapsed. He whispered my name like it was a plea, like it had any meaning left. But love without trust is just a cage. I walked past him without looking back. Healing didn't come fast. It didn't come loudly. It came quietly, the way dawn creeps in after a long night. I moved into a small apartment with thin walls and second-hand furniture. It wasn't much, but it was mine. Some nights I cried. Some nights I sat in silence, replaying conversations and red flags I had ignored. Some nights I wondered how long he had stopped loving me. But then other nights came. Nights where I cooked for one and didn't feel lonely. Nights where I laughed at old memories without bitterness. Nights where I felt relief instead of heartbreak. Freedom tastes strange at first. Like something unfamiliar you slowly learn to savor. The legal process moved quickly. Forged documents. Fraud. Financial manipulation. Conspiracy. Aaron's mask fell for everyone to see. And me? I started rebuilding. Piece by piece. Day by day. I didn't need a mansion or luxury. Just peace. And honesty. And a future shaped by my own hands. I learned something powerful. People don't change when money appears. Money just reveals who they already were. Some endings are painful but necessary. Money didn't change me. Only the people around me. I'm Maya Ellington and this was my story. Tell me what you would have done. And if you're watching this on Reddit Diaries, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers.